Hello everybody, this is Elvis Kowen, wealth creation expert and your financial freedom. Now we're going to talk about how to take advantage of the coronavirus crisis effectively at the highest level. So let's get into it. But before we get into it, we firstly take a closer look at how you can protect yourself at the highest level effectively against the coronavirus crisis. So basically it is this. You can do what you can do. So basically, wash your hands more often, use more disinfection spray, and simply avoid places where there are too many people on a regular basis. And you should also avoid restrooms, even in luxury hotels. So basically, this is a very powerful tip where you can basically use. They're very simple to use, and I think that when people do it on a huge scale, when a lot of people do them, it has an exponential effect. So basically, when we all do it, we already have achieved a lot and reduced the risk immensely at the highest level. So this is what we can all do. Very simple, but very powerful, right? So, but now it gets really, really serious. So the most important thing that you have to understand is this: every infection starts in your mind, right? So very, very important. So what you can do in order to have a healthy mindset is to reduce the negative influence, because the coronavirus is basically going on and people are all in panic mode. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets, basically in society. People are basically scared, are anxious, but you simply have to firstly calm down, take it easy, right? So basically, and then you simply have to reduce the negative influence, because where does the influence comes from? It comes from the media. The media informed you about the coronavirus, right? And the coronavirus crisis. The media is constantly presenting you the coronavirus crisis. So always keep that in mind, that you simply have to reduce the negative influence. Of course, you should not be ignorant. Of course, you should stay informed, be informed, stay informed. So it makes sense to watch the media, but you don't have to be over-informed. Very, very important point. So always keep that in mind, that you reduce the negative influence effectively by simply watching the media once and simply turn off the TV. Or simply listen to the radio once and then simply turn off the radio. Read the newspaper once and then simply lay it to the side, right? So this is very, very important, because you have to reduce the negative influence. You have to be the leader in this context. You have to lead by example, because this is what you have to do in order to protect yourself, your family, and all your friends effectively at the highest level. So lead by example, right? So what you can do is simple. Watch the news, but then turn it off and you are all informed. But you don't have to do these basically coronavirus crisis meetings where everybody's meeting up and everybody's talking his stories, his methods and everything, right? So simply do this. Watch the media once and then you are simply informed. But you don't have to basically watch it over and over and over again, because you are presented with the coronavirus over and over and over again from all the different types of media. You watch it on the TV 10 times, then you simply listen to the radio and you listen to it 5 times, then you basically read the newspapers 5 times, and this is basically not beneficial, because this is like a mantra, like a negative affirmation, but it is simply working against you. It's like programming your mind for the coronavirus crisis. And here, once again, every infection starts in your mind. And this is the reason why you have to reduce the negative influence. So once again, you don't have to be ignorant. So you can watch the news, of course, but do it once and then turn off the TV. You can listen to the radio, but then turn off the radio. And then you can also read the newspaper once, but that's it. And now you can basically focus more on the things that you like, that you love, what you are passionate about. So for example, you can read my book, The Next Billionaire, what you are doing during the coronavirus crisis. Basically, because a lot of people will be in panic mode, but what you are doing, you can also come out of the crisis and say, well, I read this book and I know how to become a billionaire right now. And this is very powerful, that you do the things that basically feed you with positive information, that basically, empower you, put you in a superior position. And this is what you can do by simply studying my books or simply my audio programs. And this is very, very important. Basically, do what watch a movie that you like, or basically read something that you love, or basically listen to something that you love. Turn on your favorite music, but you have to simply take the responsibility for your mindset. You are responsible for your mindset. What is going on up here? Because every infection is starting in your mind, and also every healing is starting in your mind. And also, in order to protect yourself at the highest level, You have to protect your mind and the mind of your family and your friends. So do it effectively by simply reading and listening to my audiobooks and books, or simply watching a great movie, or listen to your favorite music, or whatever you want to do. But the point is this: you have to choose consciously to do the positive things, because positivity is simply about reducing the influence of negativity. It's not about pumping up all, or over and over and over and over again. It's not about pumping up. Positive thinking is simply about reducing the negative influence by focusing on what you want and not on what you don't want. So very, very important point. Once again, focus on what you want and don't focus on what you don't want. Very important, because this is how you simply take advantage of your responsibility, of what you can really do. So this is very important, and you should really do it. Take responsibility, lead by example, take care of yourself. Protect your mind, protect the mind of your family, of your friends. And this is how we do it at the highest level. Feed yourself with positive information, with things that you are passionate about. Watch something that you are passionate about. Watch positive movies. I mean, really positive things. What are you passionate about, or whatever. Spend some time at the beach. But the point is this: do the positive things, because they put you in a superior position. And this is what it is all about. Because then, after the coronavirus crisis, people will come out again, talk to each other, and then they will tell you how much panic was involved, what their whole families were basically struggling with, how they were basically talking about it and all this stuff. And you can simply say, well, I used that time productively. I simply listened to Elvis Cohen's book, or simply to his audiobook, whatever. Or I simply watched a movie that I liked, or simply listened to some music that I loved. And this is basically how you do it effectively at the highest level. And I simply recommend you to do the good things, right? And this is how you come out of top. They will tell you how many people were in panic mode, and you simply can tell them, and now I know how to become a billionaire effectively at the highest level. And this is how you do it. So once again, you can only do what you can do. So basically, on a daily basis, you can basically wash your hands more often, use more disinfection spray, avoid places where a lot of people meet over and over again, avoid using whatever public restrooms, like even luxury hotels. And in addition to that, the very important point where it gets really serious is, again, your mindset. Every infection and every healing starts in your mind. Let me give you another example. Basically, I read a study which was very, very interesting. There were people who had serious diseases, and doctors declared them that their situation is hopeless, that there's no hope for them anymore. And then some psychologists came in and simply told them that they should basically focus on the result that they want, the healthy state that they want to be in, what they are doing in the healthy state. And magic happened. I was amazed. I mean, it was magic. Because these people basically thought about the result, that they are healthy and that they are doing the things that they love over and over and over again. And then they simply started really to heal. So as you can see, a lot of answers come from the inside, and they start in your mind. So this is very, very important, that you have a healthy mindset. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Very, very important point, right? And you know it from the inside. We all know it somehow, but we don't take enough responsibility for it. But if you do, you basically get massive results. This is all about effectiveness. Positive thinking is in a certain way also about effectiveness. When you think about the things that you want, you basically avoid the things that you don't want automatically. But when you do the other things, that you're always in panic mode and you focus on the things that you don't want, then you basically avoid the things that you really want to have, and you simply get the things that you don't want to have. So do the opposite. Simply focus on what you want most of the time, and this is basically what you really get. And this is also basically how you avoid effectively all the negative things that you don't want in your life. And this is also how you protect yourself and your family at the highest level, and also all your friends. Protect their mind, reduce the negative influence, focus on the positive, reduce the negative influence, watch less TV, listen less to the radio, read less, or even stop reading the news. The point is this, that you do more of the things that you like and avoid to do the things that you don't like. So focus on what you want and don't focus on the things that you don't want, right? So very important point. You always have to keep in mind that it is your responsibility. So lead by example. Be the good example for all the people around you. And now let's get into the topic where it gets really interesting for you. Every shadow side has a bright side. Of course, the coronavirus crisis is not something very positive. It is negative. People are scared. People are anxious. People got infected. It is simply a matter of fact. So it's not something what you can simply ignore. But the point is this: you can only do what you can do. But there's also a very bright side to this. All the markets, all the stock markets are crashing right now. I mean, drastically. They already crashed 20%, 30%, and it will even go down further, what I heard from some very serious financial analysts. So, and the good news is this: now you have to be out of the market. When you are out of the market, you are on the bright side, because now you simply have to be patient. Wait, let the market crash, calm down, relax, think about the positive things, do the positive stuff, like reading an interesting book, like listening to some great music, like watching your favorite movie, whatever. But the point is this: simply relax and reduce the negative influence. And simply watch. Be patient and watch. The market is crashing, everything goes down, but if you are not in the market, you are on the bright side, on the safe side, right? You protect yourself, your family, and your friends effectively at the highest level. And this is what you should really do. Lead by example, right? And then when you see the market is off 50%, 60%, 70% off, this is the time where you can start investing, because this is like everything is on sale and you can take advantage of it at the highest level. Buy low, sell high. It is the fundamental and like all-time principle of stock market investing. Buy low, sell high. We all know it, but most people do it wrong if they do it on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. The main point is this: if you want to make money for sure, you have to do it like a few times, but only at the right moment, right? And the right moment is you will never hit the perfect spot, like that you really bought at the lowest level. But if you bought close to the lowest level, or 70% off, 60% off, let's say you bought shoes. Let me give this example. Let's say you buy shoes. When you bought shoes 50% off, it was a bargain. When you bought shoes 60% off, it was a bargain. When you bought shoes 70% off, it was a bargain. But still, if you only bought it at, let's say, 55% off, it is still a bargain, because a bargain is a bargain. And the same is true with regard to stocks. And big crashes usually happen like, whatever, 10 years, like 10 to 20 years. And this is the main point. Now a major crash is occurring. You can observe it. The Dow Jones was at 30,000 points. Now it is at 21,000, somewhere around 21,000 points. The people that I work with some of them are multi-billionaires, some of them are, very powerful financial advisors, and they also told me that the market is still going down, that this is just the beginning. So simply be patient, just watch. It is about making money for sure. So when things are off 50%, like 15,000 points or whatever, 10,000 points, whatever, 8,000 points, when the Dow Jones is round about in these areas, then it gets really, really interesting, right? Because history has shown us proof over and over and over again that basically the markets go up in the long term and go even up higher in the long term than they are when they are basically very low, of course. But basically new record highs will be hit in the future. So the point is this: buy very low, as low as possible. You don't have to rely on basically hitting the perfect lowest point, entry point, right? But the point is this: when you buy close to very low, it is already a very, very great accomplishment. And this is where you also realize that it is not about hard work. In this context, it is all about timing. We all know the famous sentence, timing is everything, right? But the point is this: when you use timing effectively, then you are effective at the highest level. And this is what it is all about. Simply buy low when things are on sale. And then when things go up again and the markets go up again, you can simply relax. You can almost forget about your stocks and everything and the things that you bought, because this is basically how you do it. You relax. You are patient again. You have to know that you get active once, massive action, buy at the right time, but then you can be patient again and simply wait. Simply wait. And the markets go up and they go up and they go up and they go up. And you simply profit over and over and over and over again. And this is how you basically unleash avalanches of abundance, waves of prosperity. And this is what it is all about. So basically, what I can highly recommend is basically my new book called The Next Billionaire, Becoming a Billionaire and Becoming a Millionaire for sure. Basically, these are some of the most powerful strategies, shortcuts, and also some very powerful insights, like basically what would billionaires do if they would start all over again? What has changed? What they would basically do when times have changed, because doing billions today is not the same compared to doing the billions in the past. So there are very interesting answers to all of these questions. You can find the link below this video and you will enjoy it at the highest level. And I also provide you with the stimulus package to this topic, because when you get the code which is below this video and enter it, you get 50% off. This is basically my stimulus package for you, so you can benefit from it at the highest level. And basically, you know, get your dreams into reality. Really, get your dreams, you know. Let your dreams become reality at the highest level effectively. This is Elvis Kowen. If you like this video, simply, you know, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you stay informed when I get very valuable information right for you and I present it to you at the highest level and you can benefit from it at the highest level. So simply be informed, stay informed and hit the notification bell. Subscribe and you're a champion. Welcome to the Billionaires Club, right? So this is what it is all about. This is Elvis Kowen. I wish you the best. Prosperity, abundance, avalanches of abundance, waves of prosperity, riches at the highest level. So I wish you the best and take it easy.